up, guys, and welcome back to the JDW SportsTalkShow, where every fan is welcome. And today's episode, I'm talking to you about that we need to trust the process with Chris Ballard and Frank Reich. You know, some people never happy with Chris Ballard. Some people, they'll complain about one thing. And then when that thing happens, when Ballard addresses that need, they still find something to complain about. You know, we draft Kwity Paye. People were mad about that because they wanted Christian Darrisaw. Yeah, okay. That's a split argument. I'm okay with that one, with people being on both sides of that one. But we got a guy in Eric Fisher. And then we drafted another edge rusher with our next pick in that draft, in Dale Adengbo. Both of those edge rushers are extremely talented and are going to make a difference. Whether it's day one or not, whether Kwity Paye comes out firing on all cylinders, whether Dale Adengbo comes back from his injury and plays really well, who knows? But you have to take risks, and you have to trust the process that Chris Ballard and Frank Reich are building a championship caliber team in the Indianapolis Colts. Look back to 2017-2016 when Chris Ballard first took over. There was one player, two, maybe three players on this roster that were really good players. Outside of that, the roster was horse crap. And you give him 3 to 4 years, and look what he's built in Indy. Look what he has built in Indianapolis. One of the best young teams, star-studded roster, that's set for years and years to come with his brilliant roster building, with his brilliant contract, with his brilliant draft picks, with his trading back, getting more picks. The dude built this team from almost absolutely nothing to one of the best young star-studded rosters in the National Football League. And then, you know, there's so many people that say Grigson was better than Chris Ballard. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? People make the argument that they had a better record, that he had a better record as general manager. Are you kidding me? Go back and see why. Andrew Luck is the reason why he kept his job for as long as he had it. If Andrew Luck wasn't there, he wouldn't have been there that long. He wouldn't have been there for as long as he was. He would have been there 2-3 years and he was out. And then the dude had the nerve, after Luck's rookie contract, to say that they have no money to spend to build around Andrew Luck. And when you pay a player that much money, you have to realize that you can't go out and get all those players. Well, why didn't you, when he was on his rookie deal, why didn't you draft rookie linemen, young, talented offensive linemen, instead of drafting guys like Philip Dorsett, and then going to trade 2 or how many first-round picks for Trent Richardson, and then spending a first-round pick on Zach Banner? Like, what? And you guys think that Grigson is... Some of you guys think that Grigson is better than Ballard. Most of Colts Nation is good with this. There are some people that need to realize, look what Chris Ballard has been through. Chris Ballard has had to deal with a coach screwing him over his first year in, and Josh McDaniels come in for a day. Oh, he's about to sign the contract. A few hours or, right before he's about to sign the contract, he leaves and picks up and goes back to New England. And then we got one of the better coaches in the league in Frank Reich. And don't hate on Frank Reich. Frank Reich does his job very well too. Yeah, he does have his hiccups. But to sit there and tell me that Frank Reich is a terrible coach, you can't sit there and tell me that with a straight face. I love that he's aggressive. And I love that he stands by it. Because it shows that he believes in his players. That he believes in his players. That these players need. That these young players need. There's not many coaches out there like that. You got to realize that Frank Reich, he's going to stand up for what he believes. And he's going to stand up if he made a mistake. But he's fearless. He doesn't care. He's going to go for it on 4th and 1 on the first drive of the game like he did versus Tennessee. Even if you get it or not, he's going to come back again and try it again. He's not going to quit. He's not going to back down. You got to love that from a coach, that he's not scared of any situation. Yeah, are there times that he could be a little better and call a little better plays in better situations? Of course. But every coach has those hiccups. Every freaking coach has those hiccups. Has those mistakes that they learn from. And Frank is young, a young coach. He's going to learn from them. And then you go back to the Chris Ballard situation, man. I can't believe that some people have the nerve to say Grigson was better than Ballard. And then, the year that the Colts were, the year after Andrew Luck came back, the 1-5 start to divisional round, the playoffs. Andrew Luck retires. And as we have a young star-studded roster around Andrew for once, it's a bit too late. It's a bit too late. A bit too late. But you know what? Chris Ballard has overcome it. And he has signed guys like Phillip Rivers, and he has gone after all these different guys. Having a top 5 quarterback retire 2 weeks before the regular season is a major setback. And having Jacoby Brissett go out there 2 weeks notice and try and lead this team to a playoffs far in the season. That didn't happen, as we know. Don't get me wrong, Jacoby's an awesome dude, and he has an awesome character, as we know. But he's not that game changer that you want at quarterback. He's just not. Awesome game manager. He'll come in a pinch and finish out a game for you. He could definitely do that. And then you go from a guy like Jacoby Brissett to Phillip Rivers. And keep in mind, these last 5 years, when the Colts have lost their starting quarterback, have changed starting quarterbacks 4 or 5 times, we still were a competitive team every single freaking week. Chris Ballard made a roster that made us competitive every freaking week. Trust the process, people. Have you guys not seen what Chris Ballard has done to this roster? Even with the setback of Andrew Luck retiring, with the coach screwing him over, and inheriting that shoulder injury issue, and him still coming in and not backing down from the challenge of building a team from the bottom up the right way. One of the best offensive lines in the National Football League. The best running back group. One of the best running back groups in the National Football League. And now a quarterback that may be our future. And then Anthony Costanza retires. And what does he do? He goes out and signs a former All-Pro, Pro Bowler left tackle in Eric Fisher to replace Anthony Costanzo. Trust the process. And then he goes and drafts a tight end in Kylan Granson. People hate him for that. Well, what do you people want? I'm not saying all of you guys are like this. I know there's so many people that aren't. So many freaking people. And Ballard, You gotta realize what Ballard has done. Man, I just had to go on a rant video. I just had to get it out. I'm having one of those days with Andrew Luck, kind of missing the dude. I just had to get my thoughts out on those people who just say Chris Ballard is terrible and that Greason was better. Those words make me cringe. Cringe. So that's it for this episode. And if you did enjoy this episode of the JDW Sports Talk Show, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And that's going to be it for this video. And as always, I will catch you on the next episode.